Okay, so welcome to Aromayoga class tonight. Thank you so much for coming and helping me film my first class. So the first thing we have to do is thank you for filling out the consent forms. So if you could just pass them back to me, that would be great. Thank you so much. Ta. And we're filming just a private session tonight, just for my teachers in America, Dawn and Tracy. And we might just go around the room and introduce ourselves so they know who they're watching.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Gypsy.
And I'm Sharon. And I'll just tell you a little bit about how I got involved with Aromayoga. Initially, I was a reflexologist for 10 years and used essential oils. Then I studied yoga and now I'm studying Aromayoga. I originally used essential oils in my reflexology business and I was very disheartened with them because I never saw a result whether I used the oil or I didn't use an oil on a client. So one day my yoga teacher, when I was studying yoga, offered me a Young Living essential oil, and she gave me a peppermint drop on the back of my hand to try, and I really wasn't interested, but I thought I'll give it a go. So on the way home from yoga, I actually got a reaction in my body, and surprise, surprise, I was on the phone saying, what's going on with these oils? I've used oils for 10 years and never had a reaction. And that's when she told me that there's no labelling laws in the world with essential oils. So they can write 100% pure, organic essential oils on all their bottles, where many companies do. And they only have to put 5% of the plant base in the bottle, and 95% is adulterated fillers, chemicals. So no wonder they didn't have an effect on any of my clients. It was a really bittersweet moment for me because one was I spent a lot of money on essential oils over those 10 years of practicing. Two was I was thinking I was doing the right thing by my clients, but I was actually putting poison on their feet that was going through their system. So Young Living have their motto, which they are really proud of, and this is what makes them #1 in the world, and it's seed to seal. So seed to seal is exactly what it means. It's they look after the seed, the soil, the water, the harvesting, the distilling till it gets into the bottle, and it's tested, and it's 100% plant in the bottle. It's a very high vibration, a living vibration in a bottle with no chemicals whatsoever. So of course that gives you a reaction. Our body reacts to it. So what is an essential oil? Essential oils are the lifeblood and the essence of a plant, and they work very similar to our blood. The chemical structure of essential oils is similar to our blood under a microscope. So this enables, essential oil for a plant is for protection and for its growth and for its health. And when we use essential oils, when it goes into our bloodstream, it works the same way. It protects us and it helps our health. Essential oils are really great for sleeping better, reducing stress and tension in the body, activating vitality, accuracy, brings calmness, brings a beautiful body balance. So, our homeostasis level should be balanced for a perfect working body, but a lot of the time it's not. So when it's unbalanced, we can use the oils to bring back a beautiful balance. And tonight we're going to be adding essential oils to yoga. And when we do yoga, yoga is using the mind, the body and the breath. And that brings such peace and harmony to ourselves and our inner self. So when we add an essential oil to that mix, I liken it to, it actually takes the ceiling away and it enables you to have unlimited boundaries with your yoga practice, with your spiritual connection. So tonight that's what we're going to delve into. I just have a little bit of housekeeping to do, and that is if I hand out an oil and you don't like the oil, please, you don't have to take it. And if the room gets too overwhelming with the essential oil, please, you can take yourself outside. We're being very responsible for ourselves tonight. One of the oils we'll be using is photosensitive, so in the next 24 hours, they say to protect yourself and don't get sunburnt. And another thing I need to talk about is compliance. So the TGA in Australia and the FDA in the United States are very strict with us with Young Living about talking about health issues with essential oils. So if you want to talk to me about a health issue X, Y or Z, I probably can't answer that. But if you come and see me after the class, I can direct you to some great resources and we can talk one-on-one. So I think we need to get straight into how we're going to be receiving the oils tonight. So I'll be handing out one of these each time we have an oil, and we'll be putting it in our left hand, and the pad will go on our tips of our fingers, and I'll be coming around with an oil. You'll be getting one drop in the center of your palm and one drop on your pad. The pad we place down by the mat, and then we'll be taking our right hand and 3 times activating the oil. And then we'll be cupping our hands and bringing our hands about 1 to 2 inches from our face. Be careful of the eyes. And we'll be taking some deep inhales and exhales with our eyes closed and really tuning in to the oil. If you happen to rub your fingers in your eye, you will get a burning sensation. So just hold up your hand. I have some V6 oil here that will dilute the burn. Or if you have it on your skin too and you get a reaction in your skin and a bit of burning, we can just use a carrier oil to take away that burning sensation. So tonight we're starting off with an attunement. We don't call it that here in Australia, but in America they do, and it's to get centered in the class after a busy day. This is an evening and we've all had busy things on, and it's to get centered and to leave today's worries and woes behind. And so it's a short meditation, but we will be doing it with frankincense. So please, left hand. Frankincense is known in the Middle East as a holy anointing oil. It helps with connection to the spirit, and it really focuses the mind. So just putting the pad down. Rubbing the hands together. Do some deep inhales. And when you're ready, lying back on your mats in Shavasana, and take your pad if you wish, and you can either place it here on your forehead or on your nose. And lie back, legs straight out on your mat. Feel your whole body connecting to the ground. Inhale, what's true for you today and how you are feeling, with no judgment. And exhale anything that doesn't serve you right now, and allow space. Let's do that again. Inhale what's true for you today and how you are feeling. And exhale anything that doesn't serve you right now. Allow space. I invite you to imagine a grounding cord coming from your sacrum, the end of your spine, going into the ground. Release out of your system, down the cord, what you don't need anymore, or what's holding you back, or any other problems. Just release them. No judgment. And repeat silently to yourself, I'm grounded. Now, from your crown chakra, which is above your head, connect with the angels, guides, universe, or God. Again, with no judgment. That part of you that knows everything. Connect there. Now enter the middle of your head. How does it feel in there? Free or cluttered? Calm or busy? Whatever it is, just observe with no judgment. Now let it go, and anything else you don't need, to provide wide open space in the middle of your head. And repeat silently to yourself, after me, my space. I own it. Claiming it. And again, repeat, my space. I own it. Claiming it. And cupping your hands, and bring your hands back to your face, and inhale and exhale the beautiful frankincense. taking a moment before opening your eyes and placing the pad beside you on your mat. Just before we get up and start the yoga poses, we'll be doing a few polarity poses throughout the practice from Dr. Stone. And Dr. Stone invented these poses. They're energy exercises to help you be more connected to your energetic body and your emotional body, so you can make shifts when things are not going so great for you. So the first one is bending your knees to your chest and grabbing your knees with your hands, and in a clockwise position roll your knees in circles very slowly all around. Make beautiful clocks, massaging the base of your spine. And now anti-clockwise, making beautiful circles. Beautiful. And now putting your arms beside your body. Actually, they're at shoulder height. Beautiful. And we're inhaling here. And on the exhale, we're dropping the knees to the right and our heads are going to the left on the exhale. And then inhale back to center. And exhale the other side. And that's one round. We're going to do another 2 rounds of this. Inhaling back to center. And exhaling the other side. Twisting our heads the opposite way. Inhaling. Really feeling that connection of opening the body. And exhaling. Beautiful detox pose. And inhaling back to center. Beautiful. One more. And when you're finished, come to a seated position. Beautiful. Okay, we'll be focusing on the 3 chakras today. So we're the base chakra, the sacral and the solar plexus. So the first one with the base chakra, I'll be handing out the oil of cedarwood. The reason being, left hand, Sophia, is that cedarwood is a tree, so the root chakra is very grounding. And it has beautiful qualities, this essential oil, for calmness. And as we know, the root chakra is the colour red. It's to do with our physical bodies. The polarity theme of the base chakra is security versus fear. It connects to the body of the knees and the colon and the neck. And the element, the sense is smell. So whenever you need to smell this throughout working on our base chakra, please bring your hands to your face or your pad. And the first pose today is a sequence. So I'll ask you to come back at the back of your mats. And we're starting in prayer. Then we're inhaling into cat. And then exhaling, tucking the toes and coming into downward dog. Then inhaling into outward facing dog. And exhale back into outward facing dog. Inhale into cat. And exhale into prayer. And that's our sequence. So we'll be doing this again. So I'll talk you through it. Inhale into cat. Exhale into downward dog, tucking the toes and pushing up. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale back into downward dog. Inhale into cat. And exhale into prayer. With a real focus on our base chakra. Just resting here. Focusing on being grounded. Security versus fear. And when you're ready, coming up in a standing position. We're going to turn sideways on our mat. We're going to have our legs apart, parallel, no ballerinas. I'll just stand here. And first of all, we're going to inhale our hands to our face and inhale the beautiful cedarwood. And then exhale our hands down beside our body. And then inhale our arms above our head. And on the inhale, we're turning to our right. And then we're exhaling, bending the knee and coming forward with our heads tucked. Then inhale, coming back up like a reverse diver, hands connected to the head. Twisting and coming around to the other side. Bending the knee and folding over that knee. On the exhale. Inhaling, coming back up. And twisting to center. And exhaling forward. Inhale, come back up. And exhale down. We're going to do this another 2 times. You can do it in your own time or I'll talk you through it. So we're starting with inhaling to our face, the cedarwood. Exhale our hands beside our body. Inhale, lifting the body up to the heavens and turning. And exhale, bending the knee and coming forward with the chin tucked. And inhaling, coming back up. And twisting. And exhaling back over. Inhaling back up. Feel the strength come from the ground. Being grounded in this position, in this pose. Feel your connection to the earth. Like a tree in the ground. Be strong and controlled. One more time. Inhale the hands. Beautiful cedarwood. All tree oils are great for grounding the human being. Inhale the arms. Turning and exhaling, bending the knee and coming over, keeping the chin tucked. Inhaling, coming back up and twisting, turning the body and exhaling down. Feeling that grounding. Inhale, beautiful. And come to center. Beautiful. And exhale, arms beside the body. And just bring your feet a little bit closer together. That's it. So we don't want them right together, but we want them a little bit apart. So this is a Dr. Stone polarity exercise. It's called Wise Woman. And we raise our arms to shoulder height. And we slowly just start by rocking the balls of our feet and back on our heels. And just feeling that connection we have with the earth. And slowly we're going to make our way down with bent knees into a squat position. And we're bringing our elbows in contact with our knees. And we're pushing out on our knees and our hands in prayer. I'd like you to focus on the tailbone shooting down into the earth. And the top of your crown chakra shooting up to the heavens. And having that connection. And slowly just rocking. Shutting the eyes down. Feeling very connected to the earth. Stimulating our base chakra that sits at the back of our body, below our spine. The colour red. And now clasp your fingers and take your thumbs and place them just under your eyebrows in the centre of your nose bridge. And continue to rock and start humming. We'll hum for a minute or so. And when you're ready, just slowly bringing your hands down to the floor, connecting with the ground, and ever so gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting your body up slowly and hanging the head. And now coming up again, vertebrae by vertebrae, back to standing. And when you're back to standing, just shutting the eyes and bringing the feet together. Shoulders relaxed, buttocks relaxed, knees soft. Focusing on the base chakra. The key words for the base chakra: courage, security, grounding, and boundaries. And just say those words again. Courage, security, grounding, and healthy boundaries. And when you're ready, coming back to a seated position on your mats facing me. So the second chakra is the sacral. And the sacral is orange, the colour orange. And the sense is taste. So I've chosen orange oil because it's orange and because it tastes delicious. But also orange essential oil is very uplifting. And all citrus oils actually are happy oils. We really need to be happy for our sacral chakra to be flowing. The sacral chakra is situated around 2 centimetres below the belly button. It's to do with our emotional body. And the polarity theme of this is flow versus stagnation. And it's associated with our genitals, our breasts, and our feet. So focusing in on the sacral chakra. It's our emotional centre. And when you're ready, lying back on your mats with your knees bent and as close to your buttocks as possible. Gypsy, you may need to come down a little bit on your mat, just a touch. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have our feet on the floor and we're going to inhale our arms back over our head and raise our hips to the ceiling. So inhale our arms over our head and raise our hips to the ceiling on the inhale. And exhale our arms back down, but keeping our hips raised and raising our right leg. And exhale down. And inhale our left leg. And exhale down. And coming right back down to centre. Might just try that again. So inhaling our arms over our head and raising our hips to the ceiling, pushing through our feet. And on the exhale, bring our arms back down and raise one leg. And then on the inhale, take our arms back over our head and drop the foot. That's it, push up through the feet. And then on the exhale, bring the arms back down and lift the other leg. Beautiful. And then on the next breath, come back to center and lower back, the body back to the ground. We'll just try that one more time. So inhale our arms over our head and push up through our feet and raise the sacral chakra. On the inhale. And on the exhale, bring the arms back down and raise one leg. And then inhale the arms back over the head and drop that leg. And then exhale again, the arms back over and raise the other leg. And then inhaling our arms back down and bringing the body back down to center. Just take a few moments to have a few breaths here. It's quite a hard pose. Very strong on the hips, where the sacral chakra lies between. And the next pose, we're having our feet straight out in front of you. And on the inhale, we're raising our arms shoulder height along the side of your body, on the ground, sorry. And palms facing down. So inhale here. And exhale, we're taking our right leg and we're twisting it over our left. And our head is turning to the left. The opposite way our head is turning. And then inhale back to center. Dropping the leg down. And exhale, the other leg now the other way. To the right and the head to the left. And inhale back to center. And that is one round. I'm going to do this one more time. So inhaling and raising the right leg, twisting it over the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale down. And again, inhale. And exhale on the twist. Really moving and coming back to center, but we're moving the area of the hips for the sacral chakra. And just lying in that position for a moment, focusing just below the belly button, the emotional center. Flow versus stagnation. And when you're ready, coming to a seated position, we're going to do a polarity of Dr. Stone's again. This is called windscreen wipers. So we have our legs out in front, a little bit apart, and we're resting back on our arms. And we're focusing on our feet, moving like windscreen wipers. So we want to get a rhythm and we want to get a speed. We want to keep our eyes open. And then I want you to stop and close your eyes and feel the effects in the pelvis and the belly. Right where the solar plexus is. Sorry, the sacral. And again, we'll do that one more time, opening the eyes. And off we go. And stopping and closing the eyes. Beautiful. And now we're going to come up, we're going to row. I'm going to do some rowing, so we're going to bend the knees just slightly. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to cup over the balls of our feet. And we're going to inhale back towards the body, keeping our chins tucked. And then we're going to exhale and bring our feet forward. Inhale back to the body. Exhale away from the body. And we're just going to continue doing this backwards and forwards. Really loosening up our sacrum and our pelvic region. You may want to do it a little bit quicker if you feel like it. Beautiful. Just coming into a seated position. Bringing the hands back to the face and smelling the orange oil. Closing down the eyes and connecting with the sacral. And the key words for the sacral chakra is create, connect, relationships, flow, emotional, so create, connect, relationships, flow, and emotional. Beautiful. And when you're ready, opening the eyes. Okay, so the third chakra, the last chakra of the night, is the solar plexus. And solar plexus is just below the sternum, actually behind the stomach it sits. And the colour is yellow. And the polarity theme of the solar plexus is passion versus resentment or anger. It's quite an interesting one. The element is fire and the sense is sight. So we do see the fire coming through people's eyes. This is where we get transformation and change. But we need to burn like our energy. We need to have food to burn it, to change for our body energy. So this is where the solar plexus works the same way. So I've chosen peppermint for a reason. Peppermint is such an amazing oil. It helps with focus and concentration. It boosts our energy. And it's great for our digestion, just where the solar plexus sits. It's a very strong oil. 1 drop of peppermint oil equals 26 cups of peppermint tea. So focus in on the solar plexus. For change, we need to stoke the solar plexus. It's like putting a log on the fire. We need to stoke it to burn the fire so we can get change. So we need to up the poses now. Bring a little bit more energy into the solar plexus for change. So I invite you to lay on the back of your mats. Lay on your back on the mats. With your knees bent and your hands on your knees. Beautiful. And we're going to inhale our hands over the back of our heads and raise our feet to the ceiling. So we're going to inhale our arms. That's it. And then we're going to exhale our arms beside the body and bend our knees again. Keeping our knees bent off the floor. And then inhaling our arms back over our heads and raising our feet a little wider this time. And then exhaling, bending the knees and bringing the hands beside the body. And again, inhaling our arms over our heads and bringing our feet out wider this time. Beautiful. And then coming back to center. And that is 1 round. We'll just stop there so we all get together. Gypsy's not running into the tree. Okay, so knees off the ground. Feet off the ground. We're going to inhale our arms over our head and raise our feet straight up, pushing through our heels. Beautiful. And exhaling, coming back to the starting position. Then inhale again, raising our legs, but this time we're widening our legs a little bit further. And then exhale, come back to center. And 1 more time on the inhale. And really widening our legs as much as we can. And then inhale, back to center. And bringing our feet back to the ground and just resting there for a moment. Because that is actually 1 round. Focusing on the solar plexus. We need strength here. This is where we burn, where we find our fire. So we need to burn and get through this. So inhaling our arms back over our head and raising our legs to the ceiling and pushing through our heels. Find that strength. And then exhale, coming back down. And then inhale again, but a little bit wider. And exhale back to center. And the last round, inhale the arms back over the head and widening the legs. And exhale back down. And putting the feet on the ground. and resting. Maybe bringing those hands up to the nose and smelling that peppermint. Before coming up to a seated position. This is quite a strong pose, the next two poses. So this is where we really need to focus on our willpower. So we have our knees slightly bent and our hands are facing our body. They're not going away from our body. And we're pushing through our hands and feet. And we're on the inhale, we're inhaling and holding for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhaling back down. And again, inhale and holding for 6. And exhale back down. We'll be doing this another 4 times. And inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale back down. Another 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale back down. And another 2. So inhale, raising and holding for 6. Feeling that will in the solar plexus. And exhaling back down. 1 more to go. Stoking that fire for transformation. Beautiful. And just coming forward and having a rest and smelling the peppermint. Catching your breath, it's a very strong pose. So now we're straightening our legs and pointing our toes. I find it's a little bit easier. And again, our hands are in the same position, resting back on our hands. And it's the same process. We're holding for 6, but we've got a strong, straight body. So we're going to inhale up and holding for 6. And exhale down. Another 5 of these. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. We're halfway there. Another 3. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. Inhale up. Hold for 6. And exhale down. And 1 more. Showing your willpower with the solar plexus. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale down. Beautiful. And just come to a resting position, whatever that looks like for you. I'm just going to take a moment here to catch our breath. Focusing in on the solar plexus. And the words for solar plexus that describe the solar plexus is manifest, power, passion, drive, transform, digestion. Manifest, power, passion, drive, digestion, and transformation. And if you've come to a resting breath, I invite you to stand up on your mats. Got 2 more poses to go, but they're very easy poses. They're from the polarity of Dr. Stone. And the first one is called the Ha breath. So we stand with our feet just a little bit apart, so you're comfortable and you're feeling very stable and grounded. And we're bringing our left hand to our diaphragm and then our right hand on top. And we're inhaling and filling our diaphragm. And on the exhale, we're bringing, I'll just demonstrate this first, I think. On the exhale, we're bringing our belly button back to our spine. And in doing so, we're letting out the word ha. So we're going to do this about 6 times. So inhale, feel the belly and feel it rise. Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Let's try and do this a little bit quicker now. Okay, and we'll just do it in your own time. Get a rhythm going. Ha!
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 One last time.
Ha! Ha!
Beautiful. It's quite hard to do. Works better on a bigger, stronger inhale. You have to practice that. So the next one is we're going to widen our feet a little bit wider. And we just want to bend our knees a little bit and adjust our pelvis just slightly forward. We're bringing our hands over our head, and this is called the wood chopper. So we're inhaling, we're filling up those bellies again. And then on the exhale, we're bending our knees and we're cutting through the wood and going ha!
Ha! Ha!
And then inhaling back, and we do this about 6 times. Ha!
Ha! Ha!
Inhaling back up. Exhale. Ha!
Ha!
Inhale back up. Exhale. Ha!
Ha!
Cutting through.
The floorboards.
Cutting through everything we want to get through. Ha!
Ha!
Inhaling back up. One more time.
Ha!
And coming back, standing in mountain pose. Beautiful. Closing down the eyes. Feet together. Shoulders relaxed. Buttocks relaxed. Chin slightly tucked. Focusing on the solar plexus. And when you're ready, we're coming into Shavasana with your heads facing me, lying down on the mats. And I'd like you to get your oil pads in order. So we want frankincense first, then cedarwood, then orange, and then peppermint. I'm going to do a beautiful meditation to finish off the evening. So as long as you've got them, say, on your body part, but then I'll be asking you to raise a certain one to your nose. So when I say to your nose, like this, on sphere, like this, so you can smell it. And then put it back in whatever position you want. So if that's cedarwood, and that's orange, solar plexus. Yep. You want to do that? Sophia? Yours aren't in the right place. If we start like that, it's there. That one's there. This one's there. And the last one, J, on top of your forehead. So grab the bottom pad, which is cedarwood, and bring it up to your nose. Allow your eyes to comfortably close. Just rest it like that, Gypsy, that's great. And come down into your breath, focusing on the breath. Into your body lying on the floor. Relaxing your belly and softening the mind. Bring your awareness to the end of your spine, where your base chakra sits. Breathe into your base chakra. Let it soften and gently expand with your breath. Encourage your base chakra to take the nourishment and the life force energy it needs. Allow the base chakra to connect down to the ground below, deep into the earth. Bathe this chakra in the colour red, empowering and grounding you in the here and now. And repeat these words silently to yourself after me. I am here. I have a right to be here. The earth supports me. And when you're ready, reach for your second pad, which is your sacral pad of orange oil. And allow your awareness to move up your body, just below your navel, to the sacral chakra of emotional intelligence, choice, creativity, movement, and pleasure. Breathe into your sacral chakra and let it soften and gently expand with your breath, taking in nourishment and the life force energy it needs. Invite the colour orange, the colour of the setting sun. Bathe your sacral with orange, balancing, empowering, motivating. And let your sacral be fed. And silently repeat after me. I allow myself to be nourished. I value and respect my body. I have healthy boundaries. And when you're ready, reaching now for your peppermint pad, for your for your solar plexus. And allow your awareness to travel up your body, below your sternum, to the solar plexus of personal power, ambition, change, will, and passion. Breathe into your solar plexus and let it gently expand with your breath. Taking in the nourishment and the life force energy it needs. Invite the colour yellow, the colour of the midday sun. And bathe your solar plexus with yellow power, yellow creativity, yellow passion and transformation. Let your solar plexus be fed and silently repeat, I love and accept myself. I am strong and courageous. I choose healthy relationships. And when you're ready, reach for your frankincense, or you might like to keep your frankincense exactly where it is. Now we're going to move up the remaining chakras, just mentioning the colours and where they're situated. Moving to the heart chakra in the middle of the chest. Breathe in the colour green, like the colour of spring. And now travelling up the body to the throat chakra in the middle of the throat. Breathe in the colour blue, the colour of the sky. And moving to the third eye now, between the eyebrows. Breathe in the colour indigo, the colour of the setting sun. And moving up in your own time to your crown chakra at the top of your head. And breathe in the colour of light violet, the colour of peace. And I invite you to come back to yourself as a whole. The flow of the breath. And breathe into your core as you lie on your mat. And repeat after me. I am whole. I am perfect, just as I am. Become aware of the air on your face and body. The sounds around you. Close down your chakras just a little. Having the intention is enough. Become aware of the support beneath you. It's always there. And notice how you feel. No judgment. Hold yourself with loving kindness. Be kind to yourselves. And that flows on to others. And when you're ready, you can roll onto your side, left or right, whatever's comfortable for you. And take a few breaths on your side before coming up to a seated position, but keeping the eyes closed. Keeping your eyes closed and bringing your palms together, resting your thumbs on the heart chakra, which is on the sternum, and bowing your head to your heart. And together we say the blessings to each other of Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. How's everyone feeling? Good? Different to when you walked in the door?
Very different.
Hopefully, yes.
I just feel like cool in my palms too. It's almost like cold.
From the peppermint.
Yeah.
It's very cooling peppermint.
Yeah.
And it takes away tension. It's beautiful peppermint oil on tension here.
It goes away instantly.
It's fantastic. So I encourage you to drink lots of water. I have some jugs of water up there with lemon oil and peppermint oil and orange oil. So please help yourselves and go gently. I have some handouts for you. If you would please fill them out. There is the class evaluation for today's class. That would be so helpful to me. Thank you. And I've also got a handout of the oils that we use today. A little bit about Young Living and the 4 oils that we use that you can take home with you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Nope.
Nope. All go safely. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for helping me.
Thanks, Sharon.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.